I want you to really consider what the alternative is, okay? You got two options is the way I see it. Right now, we're in a pandemic. The government has shut you down. And for some of you guys, I feel for your pain. I have sympathy for you. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You are stuck at home and there's nothing you can do about it. If you're working virtually, good for you. You're doing the best you can. But some of you guys just have no choice. You have to be in person and you're stuck at home. I feel your pain. The second you are out of that situation, you need to bounce back and just go 100%, okay? Or maybe you lost your job, or maybe you're about to get laid off. I don't know what your situation is, but there's always a way around it. There's always a way to win. And so the message is clear. Chaos, okay? Change, fear, these are all things that give people crippling anxiety and puts them in a situation of like, fuck, I'm either gonna flight or I'm gonna fight. And most people end up putting themselves in a position where they lose. And so I don't want that to be you. I want you to win. I want you to be somebody that can win. And the only way you're gonna do that is if you overcome that fear and you basically look it in the face and you say, not today, I'm not dealing with your bullshit. I'm gonna be able to do this. And I know you can do it. I know you can. You just have to be willing to do it. And that's really what it comes down to, guys. You have to be willing to show up and face your fears. Face your fear so you can win tomorrow, okay? Face your fear so you can win tomorrow. Right now is temporary, and you could be a winner through this time. I plan on becoming a winner through this time. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just trying to bring you some value. I'm trying to help you understand that the mindset that some of the most successful people on the planet have is when diversity happens, they accept the change, they move on, they accept the fear, and they use it to their advantage. When you're backed up against a wall, you have nowhere else to go but forward. And so right now, your back's up against the wall. Move forward and you will win, okay? There's so many opportunities right now to get creative. I mean, use that creativity in your head, the juices that are flowing right now. Fear creates creativity. Fear creates creativity, okay? Maybe not for you, I don't know, but for me, definitely fear creates creativity. And it's because it forces you to change. You know, why do addicts change? Why do they make such drastic changes? It's because they are put in such a terrible position that they are forced to change. You know, why are diamonds compressed with so much pressure that they become so hardened by the pressure that they have no other option but to be forced to harden? And so be forced to harden today, okay? So you can have a better tomorrow. And you can have a better tomorrow if you embrace the fear, you embrace the change, you stop living in your head, stop listening to the media and the news and everyone else that's freaking out and panicking, man. You need somebody that's level-minded. I'm not saying that's me. I'm saying that you need to find somebody that is gonna help you get through this thing. It's thinking clearly, not thinking in fear, okay? Even I had a little bit of fear, but I took it and I twisted it and I used it to my advantage so I can be creative in my business and we can win. You know, I hired more people last month and this month than I have in a very long time. And did I have to downsize just a little? Sure. But it wasn't because the business wasn't there. It was because I had a little bit of fear and I wanted to be prepared. And so what I'm gonna do over the next few months is I'm gonna do my best to expand through this crisis, because it is my goal to prove to you guys and the world that no matter the circumstances, you can still grow, you can still have success, you can still win, whether we're in a pandemic, we're in a crisis, we're in economic failure, that if you set your mind to something, you can really, really do greatness. As long as you accept your situation and you use it to the best of your advantage. I hope this message finds you well. I hope you guys are doing everything you can to win right now. If you're in the construction industry like me, You know, we're blessed right now. Don't know how long that's gonna be for, but hang in there because we got work right now, man. There's lots of work to do, and so there is no shortage of work. We got contracts that are lined up for up to 3-4 years right now. Banks are already giving out the loans for these projects. Now, maybe if you're in residential, it could be a little bit tougher because some of these personal people are scared right now and they don't want to spend their money, and they want to be forced to contract and shrink. And you know, that bathroom they wanted to remodel, or that roof that they wanted to put on, they might be thinking to themselves, well, you know, maybe now is not the best time because, you know, the whole world's falling apart. And for them, they're thinking to themselves, how can we take a project on like this right now? You know, it's expensive, it's a big project. But let me tell you something, even if you are in residential right now and that's what you want to do, you got to sympathize with your clients, okay? Make sure you sympathize with your clients. Make sure you help them understand that you completely understand what they're going through, that you and your wife and your family or whoever have been dealing with the same thing, and it's completely normal for you to be feeling that way, Mrs. or Mrs. Jones, okay? And then move on from there and say, hey, look, I get it. I don't want to be the one to take into your nest egg, but if you got it and it's okay and it's enough, don't you want some normalcy around here where we can actually get something done and we can move forward and get that new roof? I mean, you don't want to have drips and this, that, and the third, okay? You got to get real with them. Get with them on a real basis, or start building up your pipeline right now. Fill up the leads, because right now, yeah, they're saying no, but in 30 days when this release gets released, it might be in their rear view mirror and then they're ready to roll. The key here is to stay optimistic, okay? You might have one bad month, but that's okay, you know? Keep it going, okay? And if you want to work with production construction, I mean, they're still building, they're still doing a lot right now, so maybe now is the time to make the switch. You know, I do production construction, which is large projects. You know, they're building multifamily, they're building hotels, they're building shopping centers, you know, stuff like that. You know, they're building office buildings. You know, these are big projects that really need your services right now, okay? So stay up. I hope to be talking to you guys soon, and let's get through this crisis together.